Hello and welcome to the Flexline media coverage of the 2021 Southern Smash presented by Innovative Discs. This is the feature card round one front seven coverage. My name is Chris Hoopmann and I'm joined today by Philip Botha. How's it going, Phil?
I'm doing well, Chris. I look forward to getting to this.
Yeah, this was an absolutely phenomenal tournament. Had a great time down in Invercargill. The Disc Golf South team has done an amazing job on the Queen's Park golf course. Super exciting.
It was such a good tournament, Chris. Let's get into this feature card.
Here we see our feature card, Krastina, sponsored by Small Planet, Disc Sports and Innova. Didn't play in 2020, so it'll be exciting to see how she goes. Morgan Harteveld, sponsored by Enza DSS and Innova, came in at tied 36 last year, so he'll be looking to improve on that. Vincent de Ruyter, Invercargill local, didn't play last year, so really exciting to see him. And Levi Stout, of course, Invercargill local, came in second last year, sponsored by Small Planet and RPM Discs. Super exciting kid.
Okay, round one, 177 meter par 4. Now with this one, you've got to be careful. You do have that Mando right of that orange pole there. So Mando left side. Now the big gap you want to aim is just right down the middle. Obviously being careful of that wide left gap and not to catch any early trees.
Yeah, such a tricky first hole for these players. I know that the field really struggled on this one, so really big tester. Krastina off the tee, our first feature card player.
Opting for the straight shot just through the gap there. Just try and get up on the mound and ready for a second shot.
And that's not too bad, leaking a little bit left, but I mean that's straight up the guts and she'll have a nice open second throw.
Again, this really isn't a hole you can attack too much. I say Morgan here opting for the forehand. Pretty ideal if you want to get up onto that mound and not leak too far left. Again, do have two gaps there for the wide forehand.
He's turned that right over.
That's rugged.
Rolling around just before the Mando. It's going to be a really tricky second shot to get around it, but also still attack the hole. So we'll see what he does.
Again, Vinny here looks like he's going to opt for the backhand. Again, just try and lace one straight through the gap there. Missing the Mando. Just try and get up on that hill.
That's not too bad. Probably a little bit inside. Looks like he's just kind of gone through those trees, but he's made the Mando, so at least he's up there.
Okay, Levi here opting for the forehand. Again, just needs to hang it probably a bit wide left and try and lay on top of that mound.
Exactly right. Obviously, Invercargill local and absolutely crushes. I mean, look at this one. The perfect line you could ask for. Yeah. Remembering, of course, Levi's 14 years old. And he's, honestly, he could be playing in opens and absolutely destroying a lot of them.
Morgan here opting for the forehand layup just around the corner there. Again, even from there, it's not the easiest green to attack with all those trees around the basket.
Touch high from Leanna, but it's going to fall safe into the open. Like, honestly, this hole, it's just...
It's daunting, I would say.
Yeah, you're just really just playing for par. That's hard enough, so it's fine to be out in the open. Morgan, I'm not sure if he went for a roller, but it's... Yeah, okay.
Maybe you can get
calling
through the
for
tree line.
it, so... And he's kind of gone out to the right
That was the
side.
only way I was getting there. If I can get that up.
Oh yeah, so he was obviously going for the roller play.
You can see Vinny has gone a bit long, just to try and push out.
Just catching some trees. That probably had a good shape on it if it didn't hit the branches.
Levi here is probably going to opt for the backhand, just through that straight gap. Got to be careful of all those trees around there.
It's really not too many holes, but he's trying to get through those branches, falling short. And as soon as you do that, you're pretty much, yeah, it's going to be par.
And Vinny here trying to opt for his low line.
Oh, just sneaking under the branches. Catching one of those guardians. But I reckon that's putting distance.
Yeah, just outside circle there.
Yep. That'll really test him on this first round, but you got to have something to strive for. Leanna getting around these guardians? No.
Just catching it.
She's smiling. Morgan from the knee.
As we nose up approach shot here.
Yeah, it's nice. So he'll be putting for a bogey on this first hole, which isn't the way you want to start it off, but you know, you got to take what you can get. This is a really tricky hole. It's actually the second hardest for the tournament. I was playing 0.95 over par, so a really tricky hole to start these guys off.
Yeah, giving a bit of a half bid there. Just be under the pin for a bogey.
Tricky putt for Vinny. Yeah.
Giving it a bid, but not quite making it there.
Vinny.
And a bit of nerves getting to him there on the first hole. But
Yep.
This is the first time he has been on live coverage.
That is true. Unfortunately, Morgan making a similar error, just splashing out. Woo! Levi almost bouncing off the pole.
Very firm putt there.
Yeah.
But only one taking the par on this hole.
Be a whole lot of drop-ins here for the rest of the card. Not great, but they'll move on. It's just the first hole of the entire competition, so much more to go. Here we have hole 2, par 3, 115 metres. Nice open bomber hole. They'll just be looking to unleash, get a bit of frustration out from the previous hole and hopefully park the basket. There is the bunker on the back that will play as a hazard, and the green beyond that, which is OB. So really doesn't really come into play unless you bomb it too far, but...
Yeah, unless you're hanging too far right there, you can very much just slide into the green. And so the fairways are pretty well maintained on this golf course. So it does give you the option of really just skipping it off to the ball's basket.
Levi coming up a bit short.
Yeah, here opting for the backhand. Probably going to hang it wide right, just have it drift left.
Slightly nose up, but at least you're really making sure that it stays up the fairway. She's made it into the rough section, so reducing that skip left. Ooh, that's all right from Morgan. He's got a bit of an air bounce kind of style, doesn't he?
Looking a bit wide there.
Yeah.
Should have skip off the screen though.
Ooh, yep.
There we go. I'll give my luck.
Yeah, definitely. Pin hide, maybe just a touch short, but that's a great drive.
Now you do notice here, Vinny is using a friction glove.
Yeah.
So shout out to friction gloves for that.
And he gets up there just a bit further up from Leanna. It's so cool being out on this golf course, hey?
Man, it's quite nice. I say last year we weren't actually fortunate to play on the golf course. Shout out to Team Disc Golf South for hooking that up.
Yeah, for sure. And, of course, the Queen's Park Golf Club for letting us use the facilities. Really, really fun and exciting. And I think everyone's screaming out for it to stay because they're loving it.
Yeah, Vinny just pitching it up there for his
Yep.
par.
Couple of nice up shots.
I'm sure Levi's looking to attack this
yeah,
one.
he's got a really good long-range putt. Oh,
So close.
just bouncing off the top of the cage. I think you'll see plenty more of Levi's putting throughout this tournament.
Oh, goodness
Oh,
me.
no.
Breathe it out.
Couple of,
Someone got it.
couple of metal hits. This second hole, peppering the basket. There we go.
Tapping his par. He'll be able to move on.
Got some spectators in the background, hiding in the bushes. But Leanna makes short work of that, gets her par. And we'll see a couple more cleanups here. I reckon that Levi's probably pretty unhappy with that one. He knows it's definitely within his wheelhouse to get a birdie on this one.
Hole 3. Par 3, 123 metres. Basket's just tucked in behind that last bushy tree there, just on the left, with the OB actually being only 4 metres behind the basket. So they do need to be careful not to attack the screen too hard and just hang it wide right, really.
Yep, it's a pretty wide open fairway, but you'd be surprised how often you can get caught in the trees on the right-hand side if you turn it a bit too much, or leak left if you kind of get a bit too much nose angle.
Not to forget, there is that green OB long as well.
That's true.
So he's got to be careful not to push it too hard.
And you can see Levi just turning into that trees on the right-hand side.
No, he's definitely going to be cut off for birdie there, so he's just going to have to lay up and just take his par.
Mm-hmm. Really tests your control upshot game with that OB right behind the basket.
Now, Leanna just a little bit low.
Yeah, you can see how much water there is on the ground, quite dewy.
Yeah, this first aid actually was a bit wet, but luckily with these well-maintained greens, it didn't have to worry too much.
Oh! Big wide...
Get over it.
Particular wide highs
Yeah,
there.
wide highs
Ah.
Morgan just catching it.
Come on.
He's wanting that one to get through.
Let's see what Vinny can do. Loads up. He's got a really nice smooth style. Looks like he's got a laser beam on that one of those trees. Comes up just behind it.
He's pushed it a bit too far left there, so that's definitely just going to cut him off, and it's going to leave probably a bit of a scramble 3 from there.
Then I won't want to have this come too hot into the green. That's really nice. Yeah. Yeah, she will have a putt towards OB, so a little bit scary. Ooh, it's got a bit of heat on it.
Down.
Ooh.
That may be
I
close.
think that was
We'll have to
alright.
see.
Yeah, yeah.
It's Levi taking his second shot from the knee.
Oh, that's lovely.
Perfectly
I think
executed.
that's a Kia approach. Vinny's going with the backhand around.
I think maybe
Something
high hyzer.
pretty overstable, I would suggest. Yeah, and that'll work. He's going to have another tricky putt into OB, but not too far. Cheers to Enza DSS for coming on board with the Pro Shop. It was awesome.
Yeah, nice having it there.
Leanna just catching up before the OB there. Nice putt.
Super casual.
Yeah, confident from Vinny. Morgan letting Leanna tap out. Nice one. For the bogey, unfortunately, but that's alright.
Judging by that par, Morgan was safe there.
Yeah. And on to hole 4, par 4, 215 metres. This is a real tricky one with the green, heavily guarded by these trees you can see. I guess players will hope to drive as far as they can up the fairway and just pick their line through the trees.
Well said.
Levi going for the backhand, throwing a RPM 25, I think.
Nice wee flex there.
He's leaking a little bit left. You can see that sign there on the fairway, that marks 100 metres, so players will be looking to pass that one for sure. Ooh, nice flip up from Morgan.
Keeping it nice and low here.
Pipe dreams.
Yeah. Wow, look at that ground play.
Oh.
Everyone's loving it. I reckon that's probably 125.
That was very clean.
Slightly downhill, so you can bite off a bit more distance, but it's still a decent drive. I think Vincent's throwing a Innova Corvette off the tee, this blue one.
It's a little bit high here, so again, probably also going to be leaking left. Hopefully not too far deep to those trees, but
That'll be alright,
he'll
as
have it.
long as they're on the fairway edge. Oh, nice snap from Leanna. Turned a little bit, but that's got a decent way up, just on the crest of that hill.
Bit of a long approach here. Just going to have to just throw a disc and hope she gets through all these trees.
Yeah, it's such a tricky gap to the green. There's like not really any one gap that you would want to take, hey? It's just
Not really, no.
wherever you land, you're just like, what can I do with this? That's not too bad. She's up there.
Vinny here probably opting for the hyzer out, just wide right of the trees there, having to skip it towards the green.
That's pretty direct.
Indeed.
But yeah, he's kind of accessed that right-hand side.
A little bit low here, just at the base of the trees there.
But I mean, he can easily achieve par from there. Just chip it around a couple of trees. Ooh. Levi just getting it through that low canopy. And a bit of a flare skip. And yeah, similar spot to Vinny there. Morgan with the forehand. He'll just want to be making sure he doesn't turn this one over because his forehands have been a little bit hot. Ooh.
Oh, cranking on them again. Yeah, well back door. That's through the neighbour's back door.
And as you can hear there, we've actually mic'd Morgan up for some of his commentary throughout the round. So you might be hearing some comments from him. And as you heard there, it's gone through the neighbour's back door. But he's in a pretty good spot to get his par, so that's all right. Oh, Leanna sneaking through.
There we go.
Nice one.
They'll leave her probably an 8-meter putt here for par.
Yeah. Oh,
Good kick there.
Vinny lining up the tree, getting a nice little kick. That'll play nicely. He'll have a nice little putt. Approach from Levi from a similar spot. Oh! He got the same result. Saw Vinny's and was like, yeah, I like that play. I'm just going to kick off the tree. We see Morgan here going for a bit of a jump putt. I've heard that he's been practicing these and dialing them in, so it'd be exciting if he can get one early in this round. Ooh, looking good.
Come on, baby.
Top of the band. It's got the line in, but just the height. Touch high. Heard a gust of wind. Maybe that affected the putt there.
Bit unfortunate. Okay, let Levi playing up a spot for par.
Nice, Levi.
Ooh, razzed him.
Bit of banter going on. You can hear in the background here there's someone playing music. I'm not quite sure who that was. A little bit distracting. This park is open to the public, so there were quite a few pedestrians coming through and making a bit of a nuisance, but not too bad really.
Can we get this person to walk around with us with this theme tune music?
Morgan's obviously enjoying it.
Hole 5, par 3, 77 meters. Now, this hole has actually 2 islands here, so you see there's one just on the right there marked out with orange flags. And you see the second island there just to the left, just highlighting the green there. So the go-to shot here is really trying to lace one down the middle with a left finish. I'm just trying to get as close to the basket without avoiding those guardian trees there.
Exactly right, and obviously the drop zone right in the center of the first island to the right, so if you miss them, you really got to nail that part, otherwise you're looking at a bogey.
This is all day, every day for Levi.
And we're also back into the regular holes of the Queen's Park course, so locals like Vincent and Levi are going to really excel here because they've got a ton of practice on this course. Levi obviously getting onto the second island. He'll have a relatively easy look.
Oh, no flip up. Get out of it. Oh, it's out of it.
Soft opting for the high hyzer there, but
Yeah.
it's a little bit too high.
Yeah, a bit too aggressive.
Into the similar line here, so we can get through these trees.
Nice and high. Ooh, bit of ground play. Is that one okay? Just skipping out of bounds. It's a tighter island than you expect. Doesn't really extend much past those trees, so you gotta watch that ground play.
Leanna right up the middle.
Fine.
Yeah.
Nice one, that's going to be
That's great. Vincent giving some instructions to the disc.
a nice close shot there.
And here you have the drop zone. So yeah, I mean,
Fairly forgiving drop zone. Isn't
Yeah.
too difficult to save your par from here, but no gimme to take the par.
Oh, get down.
just staying in bounds. You can see the rope at the bottom of the screen there. I think this is a Mercy from Vincent. It's kind of his upshot putter.
That's what Annie there.
And also coming up just short of the OB. Levi, this is his range, just inside circle. He loves it. Yeah, nice birdie for Levi. Got the first Inver replay for the round.
And shout out to Inver for sponsoring this event for the first time this year.
Yeah, for sure. Inver coming in big with huge players pack and heaps of goodies for everyone. Also sponsoring this coverage, so Inver, big shout out. Oh, Vince, a little bit casual.
And just heading a bit too wide right there. Not really catching on the chains.
Similar spot to Levi here, so he's going to have to focus up. There we go. Walks away with a double bogey, really unlucky. Shaking his head, not happy with that. But, I mean, that was a really good putt. So you got to take what you can, and hopefully that gives him a bit more confidence. Morgan getting that bogey. And Leanna getting a bogey, a birdie, not a bogey. Too many bogeys going on. Really taking her time. And getting that birdie. Only the second of this feature card, so fortunately we're heading into some easier holes, this being one of them, the easiest hole of the tournament, hole 6, par 3, only 56 metres. couple of trees throughout the fairway, but really, most of these players you would hope would be getting up there. Nothing too difficult about this hole.
Just a nice straight shot down the middle will get you there.
That's exactly right.
You do got to be careful of those trees on the right there. So they're not really in the way, but it's something you do got to be careful of.
Levi, confident forehand, taking a interesting route, but hitting
Tapping
the
the
pin
pole.
with his soccer ball Kia.
What a shot.
Look at this. Like, this is the kind of route that you only know if you play the course like 5 times a week.
This is
Possibly
definitely-
more if you're a Stout, brother.
Definitely a local line, yeah.
Nails it. See what Leone can do. The backhand, nice and soft. A little bit of a flex. Doesn't really come back.
Drifting a bit right behind that tree there. She's going to have to off the straddle, try and get this birdie. Morgan here with his P2s right down the middle.
Still a bit too much turn. Similar spot to Leona. Not sure if there was a bit of a tailwind, if they expected a little bit more of a different flight, but
Definitely not intentional, but Vinny here.
that looks a
Hanging
little
nice and
nicer.
wide.
Oh, just catching that tree. But yeah,
Very fortunate kick.
really good kick. I think that was probably his mercy again. Here we have Leona with the straddle. Yeah. 2 in a row for Leona.
That's definitely a birdie you don't want to miss. Again, only 56 meters, par 3. Fairly easy birdie, and definitely won't be missing this one.
Exactly right. Morgan from a similar spot. So you see Small Planet also helping out for this tournament, so thanks for coming on board.
Yes,
Yeah,
go.
nice one, Morgan.
Dead center. Leanna just picking that one up for him.
I think with these putts coming up, we might be looking to star frame for hole 6. Yep.
There we go. Very nice.
Just a drop in from Levi.
Levi just lost friends.
Harsh words from Leanna with the drop in birdie.
Hole 7, par 3, 83 meters. Just trying to aim a shot just straight down the middle there, drifting a bit to the right, being where there is a Mando left of that tree there, with your OB line running along left as well.
Such a tight OB line. Got to really perfect the forehand or the right hand turnover. It's a tricky hole with the low ceiling and the guardian trees all through the fairway.
Now, forehand is a shot you're going to probably see most players throw, just right down the middle, aiming it to drift right, but
Kick back in.
unfortunate. Just hanging a bit too wide there.
Unlucky for Levi. Smiling though.
Interesting, Leanna opting for the turnover here.
Yeah, I've seen her go for turnovers quite a lot. Must be working for her. I think she might be throwing a shrike here.
Get Stingray.
Stingray. There you go. She's got a yellow shrike and obviously a yellow stingray. So
Catching a bit short there, so she'll try to lay that one up for a par and move on.
Morgan trying to tame his forehand, getting caught up in those trees. Will it? Yeah, full safe. Just hyzering out. No damage done.
Vinny here also opting for the turnover.
Oh, this is looking great. Throwing a river.
Look at that follow through leg. Oh. Do you think
Oh,
so?
did that?
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's an unfortunate kick there.
penalised for such a good throw. Unlucky. Needs to hold this line. Ooh. Almost leaking out to that OB line, but he'll have a tree between him and the basket.
Yeah, now opting for the forehand, just trying to get nice and straight through this gap.
Ah, Leanna, kicking OB. Man, these players finding almost every possible way to get OB. Morgan straddling out from behind this tree as we hear a plane going overhead. This course directly underneath a flight path, so a couple of aeroplane distractions throughout the day.
Down. Settle.
Oh, yeah, a bit of a bad roll with that hill there. Again, got to be careful as that there is a bit of a sloping green there.
Exactly right, throwing a Nova. Shouldn't have too much of a difficult putt, I reckon. Ah. Do you reckon that was a
Bit of a half
deliberate?
run.
I reckon that
Bit of a
was
half run
I
there.
reckon that was a layup. You don't want to go too deep with this basket, especially with the drop off. Oh, nice one for Vinny.
Par save. Nice where he highs the putt.
Yep, beautiful.
Just sneaking over the rim there.
Super confident. It's good to see that He's still committed to those putts. Goes to a 3 over par. Got Levi with the bogey. He's gone to 1 under. Double bogey, unfortunately, for Leanna. She's at 3 over par for the round. And Morgan, hopefully, can clean this one up. Ooh.
There we go.
Pretty rough catch on the basket.
Putt.
And he's gone to +2 for the round. And that's the end of our front 7 for the Southern Smash. It's been pretty exciting.
Not the easiest 7 holes to start, but
Yeah, that's
sure,
it.
We'll
I
get
mean,
some more in this back 9.
It's a super tricky course, so no doubt these players will be struggling a little bit. I know that the Disc Golf South boys made it intentionally pretty tough. Here we see Stephen Reed in first position with 3 under. Isaac Sasanuma Howard and Johnny Ferrari tied in second place at 2 under par. Ethan Levi, the brothers, tied at 1 under. We also have Roberts in tied 4th as well. So really excited to see the middle 7. We'll head over there and catch you for all the action.